Hello, it's Top Hat Runner here, and today I'm going to be talking all about the knife in Battlefield 3. Now, Battlefield 3 has easily the most complicated knifing system I've ever seen in a first-person shooter. There are a lot of various nuances to using the knife, and you need to know all of them if you want to do good with the knife on the battlefield. So let's begin. Start with the basics. Now, there are two main ways to use the knife. You can either tap the knife button and your guy will just slash it and bring his gun back out, or you can hold down the knife button and your guy will switch to the knife. Now, whether you're tapping the button or get your knife out plays a big difference in all aspects of using the knife. There are two ways to attack enemies with the knife. There's to slash them, and then there's to grab them and stab them. Now, first of all, we'll talk about slashing. Now, when you're slashing an enemy, you can either tap the knife button and your guy will slash the knife and get his gun back out and slash again. In this clip, I'm tapping the knife button as fast as I can. Or you can get your knife out and your guy will slash with the knife much faster. Unlike previous games in the Battlefield series, the knife slash is not a one-hit kill. In fact, it takes away 34% health, so it takes 3 knife slashes to kill an enemy with full health. This is to make the game more realistic in a sense that you can't take a knife to a gunfight, so to speak. Now, I honestly don't know how much damage knife headshots do. I would assume it does the standard twice as much damage as the attack. As you can see in this clip, the guy I knife has a little more than a third health left, and my knife headshot kills him. Now, there are 3 things to note in this clip. First of all, note that you cannot grab an enemy while in prone. Second of all, note that it takes 3 knife slashes to kill an enemy at full health. And third of all, note that you don't get their dog tags when you kill them with the slashing. So this makes the knife slash attack really only useful for busting through fences or finishing off enemies. Now on to talking about grabbing your enemies. Now there are 2 ways to grab your enemies. You walk up behind them and tap the knife button. Or you can walk up behind your enemies, get out your knife, and when your guy lifts his arm in the air, start tapping the attack or knife button and your guy will grab him and stab him. To grab an enemy, you have to be behind them. If you run up in front of an enemy and tap the knife button, you will only slash them. You pretty much have to be out of your enemy's screen. You have to be either behind them or beside them. However, in some occasions, if you're trying to knife someone and they turn around, you might get lucky and your guy will grab them anyway. Now, tapping the knife button or getting out your knife to knife an enemy from behind both have their pros and cons. Tapping the knife button is faster, but as you can see in this clip, doesn't always work. Sometimes it'll only do the slashing damage and you'll get your primary back out, which can lead to some pretty bad situations if you're not expecting that to happen. If you get your knife out, you don't have to worry about your guy only slashing the enemy, but you do have to worry about your guy taking a while to slash them. Sometimes you walk up behind an enemy, get out your knife, you raise your arm, start tapping the knife button as fast as you can, and your guy won't stab him. But keep tapping the knife button and your guy will grab the enemy eventually. So of course, if you're in a situation with multiple enemies, or you think the person you're trying to knife might turn around at any second, you're obviously going to want to tap the knife button when you get behind them. Or if you find a camping sniper just sitting there and you want to make sure you get his tags, get out your knife. There is no counter to the knife. While in the middle of grabbing someone, you cannot be killed. However, any damage you take while in the middle of grabbing someone, you just accumulatively hits you right at the end. On some very rare occasions, you might die halfway through knifing someone, but this is because of lag. Unfortunately, I don't have any videos to demonstrate this, but it has happened to me once before. Now, if you want to do good with the knife, you're only going to want to use this on enemies you sneak up on. If you try and go out of your way to knife someone who's facing you, you'll probably end up seeing situations like this happen a lot. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it helped you to use the knife better in the Battlefield. So get out there and get yourself some tags.